Welcome to Cooking with Bubbles. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Rodney. Let's get started.
Okay.
All right. While we're opening our bubbles, we want to remind our audience to check us out on all of our socials. You can go to cookingwithbubbles.com to visit our YouTube channel and check out all of our videos. And remember to hit the subscribe button and click the bell symbol to get notifications. Check us out on facebook.com/cookingwithbubbles. We're also on Instagram at Cooking with Bubbles Kitchen. And we're on TikTok at Cooking with Bubbles. So check us out and remember to follow us on all of our socials.
Awesome.
Looks so good.
I'm doing straight up bubbles today. I'm not putting anything in it. Just for a little change.
A little cranberry in mine. On my cute little jelly jar.
That's cute. That's really cute.
Cheers.
Clink.
Clink.
Look how pretty those bubbles are.
Mm-hmm. Delicious. Well, Lisa, here we are back in our kitchens doing what we do best, which is cook together and drink bubbles together. So we invite our audience to pour your own glass of bubbles and enjoy what we're about to share with you.
That sounds really good. So what are we doing today?
Wow. Well, this is a very exciting episode. As many people know, we spend the summer up in Washington State, and we have some really awesome friends, Hope and Ray, who live right next to us, and they always are very generous with their produce that they grow in their greenhouse. So they provided me with this really nice zucchini. Nice. So I decided you and I talked about it and decided to give Zucchini Lasagna a whirl and see what happens.
That sounds fantastic. I'm using zucchini also, but I'm using like a yellow squash zucchini, and I'm also using the green zucchini. So I've got a little bit of both this time.
Well, I left the right tool for the job, my mandolin. I left it in the RV, so I had to pull out a wire cheese slicer. My zucchini. It did a pretty good job.
It did. They look great. They do. Look nice and thin. Yeah. It's perfect.
How did you slice your zucchini?
Oh, so I have a mandolin, and I think it's really important to use the right tool for the job. So again, I got the nice and thin. They're probably about 1/8 of an inch, but they're all nice and uniform. So that part was good. It's worth investing in it. It's just a couple of dollars to have something like that ready to use for all kinds of veggies.
And just a tip, it's always important to have the right tool for the job in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
So you're saving time, you're being safe, and being able to get your food prepped efficiently.
Absolutely.
Still, everything intact?
I do. Everything's intact.
All right, good deal. Well, great. Well, as you can see on my counter cam, I have done almost all of my prep. So today for me, it's more about assembling with bubbles than cooking with bubbles.
Okay.
Still have a few things to do. So let's go ahead and talk about what you're doing and kind of share what I did when I was putting my stuff together.
Okay, I've got all the ingredients out, so I'm going to assemble. I'll just turn this around so hopefully you can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. What I've got to do is mix my meat. I got the Italian sausage. It's already been pre-cooked. I'm going to mix it with my pasta sauce. I'm going to use the pasta sauce. And like you, I'm using a prepared jar pasta sauce. It's got a little bit of spice to it already, but I can always add to it. I've got that.
And it's really about what works for you and your family. Yeah. I know people that will never in their life buy jar pasta sauce, and that's fine. If that's what works for you, go for it. Personally, I like to take something simple and improve upon it in my own kitchen, and that's exactly what I did. So I just bought some really generic pasta sauce that's got tomatoes and basil, and I added my own ground beef, my own ground sausage that I cooked, some garlic pods, some basil pods, and some other miscellaneous seasonings just to give it a little bit of kick and make it more special than what it is when it comes out of the jar.
I'm using about a cup of onions chopped up because we love onions here.
Yes.
I did not need to pre-cook my onions because this is going to go in the oven, so it'll cook up nicely.
Yeah. Good.
This is one of the layers, this meat layer.
That looks really nice.
Thank you.
You know, I didn't even think about not cooking the onions, but you're right. The zucchini has to cook. So I guess
Yeah,
I could have used raw onions, but I just out of habit, I always cook it in with my meat when I brown my meat.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, I would do that too typically, but
Yeah.
it's just a quick shortcut. I'm also using little frozen cubes of garlic that we like to do.
Yes, those are the best. I ran out and I thought the world was going to end.
Ooh.
I found more yesterday, so I'm all set.
So now that my meat mixture is pretty much blended, again, this is going to be one of the layers. I want to put together, oh wait, look, there's my bubbles.
Oh, you getting thirsty?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
I put together my cheesy layer. So I'm using whole milk ricotta. And I'm gonna put all kinds of spices in it. I'm gonna put black pepper in there, some Italian seasoning, some salt, some onion powder, some garlic powder, and just mix, get some more garlic powder. Mix all those things together first.
Yeah.
I'll put some cheese in here too.
I pretty much did the same thing. I added a little bit of finely shredded Parmesan and Romano. I put just
Nice. That's what I've got here. I've got a jar of the same. And I put about maybe a half a teaspoon of each of those spices in just to kind of give it a kick. But I'm going to put like a half a cup of the cheese.
Okay.
Give or take.
And are you putting egg in yours?
No.
Okay. I put 2 eggs in mine. Yeah, I put 2 eggs in it. That just helps to bind it together a little bit better when it bakes. But it's definitely optional.
Yeah, I never do. I never put egg in mine. I don't know why. I just haven't done it.
Yeah, you
so
don't.
That's it. That's all the ingredients, and it's all mixed together. Awesome. So really, now I'm just pretty much ready to start assembling.
And that was really fast too. That didn't take you any
time.
time.
Oh my goodness!
Together.
It's so simple. You know, I think the trick for a lot of cooking items is just get your ingredients out, get them measured, and then the assembly part works really, really quickly.
You know, that's something I learned from you in cooking with over the years, because I was always the person that would run to the pantry 6,000 times.
Oh my goodness.
Each item that I needed when I was cooking or baking.
Yeah.
It's something that you taught me, is just pull it all out of the pantry at once, put it on the island or whatever you're cooking your surface is, and then it's already there to prepare, and it makes it so much easier. And
yeah.
Personally, I tend not to forget to add something.
That is that's the tip right there. Right. Because if it's out in front of you, you can double check yourself, make sure you've got everything that you need, and you're not like later going, oh, what was that?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm also today going to use the no-bake lasagna noodles. So I pre-sprayed my my pan just to get that started.
Yeah, I did too. And you know, you just made a really good point without saying it. There's variations. So I'm using just zucchini in my lasagna. You're going to do a combination of zucchini and pasta noodles.
Yeah.
And you know, you can do whatever you want, whatever makes sense for you, whatever moves you. So
and there's really no wrong or right way to layer it. I'm going to start with the layer first of the meat sauce.
Did you put some sauce in first?
What I do?
Did you put some sauce in the bottom of your pan first?
No.
Okay.
I forgot. I sprayed it. Ordinarily, I think that would have been a good thing to do.
Yeah. So I'm going to put down some sauce and then just a little bit of cheese. And I didn't even realize it till I got my stuff out of the fridge that the cheese I'm using is like a 6 cheese blend, Italian cheese blend.
Okay, nice.
Really nicely, finely shredded. So it looks really, really good. And then, of course, I have some more Parmesan and Romano that I'm also using. I like cheese.
So the thing with this zucchini is that it's going to be interesting. It's going to have a lot of flavor on its own. So I did pre-salt it.
Yep.
Just to kind of get some of the flavor to come out a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I'm going to alternate the green with the yellow. I don't know why, but I'm just going to do it. I like it.
It's your OCD kicking in.
It is. And now that I've got that down there, I'm going to put a layer of cheese.
Great.
You know what I could probably do is put the layer of cheese on the back of one of these noodles and lay it flat.
Yeah.
A little trick.
So I've got a layer of zucchini down. Let's take a picture here. So on top of that, I'm going to put the ricotta. mixture, right?
Sure. You know what? Maybe there's some smart rule about the order to put stuff in, but
You know what?
this is
Whatever
how I'm
makes
doing it.
sense. Whatever you feel like. This is not a, oh my gosh, it's going to be terrible if you don't follow the recipe to a T.
No, it's not.
That's the beauty of things like lasagna and anything with pasta, that it's going to taste delicious no matter what, no matter how you do it.
I agree. So I got that down. Now I'm going to do another layer of meat. I'm going to have a 2-layer because that's how much meat and sauce I have left.
Okay. I have a lot. I'm gonna put some cheese on here. And we also want to note that we both, before we started, preheated our ovens.
Yes, the 350.
And I heard mine beep right before we started. So I'm going to go back to zucchini layer.
I think I'm going to get one more piece of pasta out.
And this zucchini lasagna was really kind of inspired by something that you and I did recently, where we were able to taste a zucchini lasagna and discover everything that was wrong about it. So knew that we could make it better. And so here
Yeah, you just don't know what people think. When you say zucchini lasagna, what comes to mind? Does it mean a full lasagna that's made of nothing but zucchini? No.
Or does it mean a lasagna that's got zucchini instead of pasta with layers of mayonnaise and cheese and other goodness in between those layers?
Right. So I'm ending up with about 2 cups worth of cheese.
Yeah, I didn't measure. I don't measure things like cheese.
Cheese and garlic do not need to be measured.
The feeling, it's not a measurement. And as I've often said, there's no such thing as too much garlic.
That we both agree.
All right. Wow, this looks really good. I have quite a bit of zucchini left, so I might have to figure out what I'm going to do with
I
it.
ended up using 1 large yellow zucchini and a small green.
I did read somewhere when I was kind of researching tips on making zucchini that you can actually freeze zucchini.
Sure.
Yeah. So I think what I might do is just layer this flat into a zip top bag and go ahead and just put it in the freezer till next time when I want to make a zucchini lasagna.
I mean, we won't eat all of this zucchini for dinner, so it's going to get frozen. And all this lasagna, it's definitely going to get frozen.
So I am just topping off my beautiful lasagna with a little bit of fresh ground pepper and fresh crushed salt, Himalayan sea salt. And gosh, mine is ready to go in the oven. Isn't that pretty?
Using my packaged cheese, which you know me, I normally shred it.
It's so not like.
We've both been traveling quite a bit lately, so our time has been really stretched. Boy, what a mess this is. Pretty mess.
Yeah, it's going to be a delicious mess, that I know.
Yes.
All right, I just cleaned off the edge of my pan so I don't get burnt cheese on the edge. But look at that, isn't that pretty?
Burnt cheese is good. Yeah. You know what? We didn't take any pictures along the way.
I did.
Good.
I did.
I'm going to take one now.
Okay.
Of my finished topping. I'm going to have some bubbles.
So, and then we're going to put this in the oven on 350 for probably 45 minutes.
Yeah, I'll check on mine in 30.
Yep.
Just to see how it's going, make sure things haven't bubbled over too much.
Right. And then we'll come back and we'll give it a taste.
Sounds good.
All right. Welcome back. So my 8x8 pan took about 45 minutes and it looks good. It smells incredible in my kitchen.
My 9 by 13 pan took about 50 minutes.
50, yeah, and that looks really good on top. I love the
Yeah, it looks good.
cheese. Awesome. So we're gonna cut into this and see how this tastes. I like to serve mine, and I think you do too, Lisa, with oil. Even though I am a avocado oil person, I do like olive oil for Italian stuff. So I just put a little bit of olive oil on the plate.
I'm going to turn this around because I need 2 hands. Move the glass out of the way.
And by the way, we did both let ours sit for a few minutes after we pulled it
Yeah,
out.
it was pretty hot because mine went the extra 5.
Yeah. Wow, this looks so good. So one thing I am noticing is that the zucchini does contain a lot of water, a lot of liquid.
And because I did the extra layer of pasta on top, I've got a little bit more crunch up top too.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Push this off to the side. Wow. I also like to put some, what I'll just call shaker cheese on top.
Yeah. Look at that.
I crushed up some basil that I had dehydrated that also came from Hope and Ray, the ones that gave us the zucchini. They gave us that a couple years ago. I'm a salt and pepper guy. You can serve it however you like.
A little extra oil on there.
I gotta take a picture. I was about to
Oh, great idea.
take a picture.
I see it. I want to eat it. I forget about the picture.
And when I have this for dinner tonight, I have a loaf of bread that I'm gonna throw in the oven, make some nice garlic bread to go with it.
It's a great idea.
Delightful.
Well, when Patrick's back home, I'm going to toss us a nice garden salad. Probably do something with some wild greens.
All right, all right. I'm ready to give mine a taste. Gotta make sure I get some zucchini in this bite. There we go.
The seasoning is really good.
I like the zucchini has a little bit of crunch. I like the crunch. Oh my goodness, the ricotta is really good. Wow.
I'm gonna say that's one of the best lasagnas I've ever made.
Yeah.
I love the crispness of the zucchini. It didn't get all weird and mushy.
Nope.
It held up. It was delicious. I'll make this again.
Wow. Lisa, we've done it again.
Yes.
Let's drink some bubbles to that. Although a nice red wine would go really nice with this, but that's for later.
Sure.
Well, thank you for joining us on Cooking with Bubbles. We appreciate our virtual audience. Be sure to go to cookingwithbubbles.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember to hit the bell symbol to get notifications when we post new episodes. Also, head over to facebook.com/cookingwithbubbles and give us a like on Facebook if you haven't already. That's where we post videos. We post TikTok. We post a lot of stuff there, recipes. And really, this is not a recipe. We just put a bunch of stuff together that we like and assembled it. So the recipe you will see when we post this will be very loose.
Well, it'll have some measurements in there. Yeah,
it'll have some, but it's whatever you like. Also, remember to like us or follow us on Instagram at Cooking with Bubbles Kitchen and TikTok at Cooking with Bubbles. And we would love to have you follow us on all the social media platforms. Also, notice we're wearing our apron. So Lisa's going to tell you about how you can get your own apron in just a moment.
absolutely. So if you would like a Cooking with Bubbles apron, there's a couple of ways you can certainly order one. Contact us at cookingwithbubbles@yahoo.com. Or if you'd like to be a guest host on this show, where you kind of walk us through one of your favorite recipes, we'll send you a Cooking with Bubbles apron. So they're fun, they're cool, and it keeps your clothes clean. So definitely worth having.
Yep.
If you have made any of the recipes that we featured here on Cooking with Bubbles, send us your pictures. We'd love to see them. Or if you have ideas of things you'd like to see us make, send those to us by email as well, cookingwithbubbles@yahoo.com. Well, I think that takes care of it for today. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Rodney. Thanks for joining, Bubblers.
Bye.